and I'm also an ex-accountant, educator in finance, and I publish information for the stock market for my clients. And so with that background, I've actually looked at Bitcoin, I've looked at all the other things, and I didn't like the coin themselves because there was nothing fundamentally supporting the valuations. And I was even talking to someone on this call as well. They were saying there's a company called Tesla that is really roaring away. And obviously I've got the skills to basically understand what is fresh air and what is real in terms of the valuations. And I can see that Tesla shares aren't worth it. They're too expensive. It's a bit like buying this big pen. And I say, this big pen, do you want to pay me 20 grand for it? Most people realize I'm overpricing it if I charge you 20 grand for this. You see what I mean? And that's the case with Tesla. Tesla share price is too high. And so with that understanding, I didn't want to touch crypto because most of it wasn't really based on the fundamentals that I like to work with. Anyway, so Paul is hassling me, right? And he's saying, you got to do
Politely.
this. And I said, I tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you £1,000 and just see that. And I left it alone. That was in July, by the way. And it was 42 cents at the time, 42 euro cents. And I left it and I was doing my thing. And then about a month later, I said, you know what, let me just look at this thing again. And by the way, you know that button you're supposed to press on a Monday? I didn't even do that. Right. I think I did it once. I did it once in the first month. I completely forgot about it. Anyway, so I was doing my thing, and what happened was that I noticed that the actual coin had gone up from 42 cents to about 58. I'm thinking, hold on a second. I'm actually getting capital growth here, and I also had income on that 1 week, and I realized I was getting roughly about. I annualized the income. I basically looked at what I've got and I annualized it, and I realized I was getting about 40%. So now I'm going to call this. I compare it to property investing. So my coin is going up in value, and I'm getting what I call rent. The profit shares, I call it rent. I'm getting rent, and I'm getting rent at a rate of about 40%. 36 to 40%. And I know from property investing, that's very, very high yield. And the coin is going up. And I've done a valuation using commercial property valuation on BizzCoin itself. And I realized that BizzCoin is actually cheap relative to what it should be if it was a commercial investment. And I thought, whoa, this is actually a powerful thing. Then I said, okay, you know what? Because it's kind of got this kind of a network marketing thing going on, which I don't like network marketing. I don't like it at all, because some of them tend to crash and, and burn. And I don't like that side of it. So I went to Birmingham and I wanted to make sure that this was for real, because I don't want to tell people about it because people trust me. And I want to tell them about it if it's dodgy. I don't want to do that. And I basically went to Birmingham and I met with the CEO. I met you for the first time as well, Haydar, when I went to Birmingham. And I went to see what was going on. I asked them some questions. And I also, when they went to the other room, I actually got Haydar, so I got Rayhan in the corner. I said, Rayhan, look, okay, this is how pyramid schemes work. What are you doing? And this is why they crash. What are you doing to fix that problem with this one? What are you doing? And he basically, kind of gave me an answer. And it was sounded a little bit credible. But what the most important thing that I took away from that is that he had thought about that problem. Your team, the BizzCoin team, actually thought about how to fix the weaknesses that are inherent in this kind of model. You thought about how to fix it. And I thought, okay, fair enough. When I came back, I think Bev by then was convinced this is the real deal, all right? But I was still a bit cautious because that's, I'm still a bit suspicious. I then went to Turkey. And when I was in Turkey, then I realized you guys are investing in real estate and you got the other stuff going on with the stock market. I then said, you know what, I'm in. And then from that moment onwards, because all of a sudden, there was a couple of guys who was telling me to get involved with another cryptocurrency. And I was saying to them, if you back your cryptocurrency with gold or something tangible, then it has genuine value. But if it's based on nothing but just hype, then that's not real. But with these guys, you're basing it on real estate, you're basing it on an economy, you're basing on the income from Forex trading. You've made it real. And based on all of that, I said, look, you know what, I'm in. And so I basically told a few more people. And when I came back from Turkey, I was convinced. I was absolutely convinced. This thing's for real. And so, even though the coin is technically very cheap at the moment, and you really shouldn't waste time, just buy it now before it goes much higher. That's my story to date. And so for most of you on this, don't do what I did. Don't just sit on it and do nothing with it, because I literally wasted a few months. And there you go. Thank you, Haydar, for letting me speak.